BlackBusters.
Welcome, family. What's happening? Welcome to another episode of BlackBusters, the best movie critic podcast in the world.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig.
Yes, indeed. I am your host,
Yes,
Big
sir.
Ja. This is my co-host,
Brother Tone.
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
and
we
we are in great favor right now because we have the illustrious, beautiful, extremely talented.
Take your time. Take your time.
No. Do I call him your name? Like how I call you, or does this, or yo?
Now I'm confused. Go for it.
Marche. We'll leave it at that. Marche.
Okay.
The Marche.
Okay.
Marche.
I don't
You know
know
what I'm
where
saying?
my last name
Marche.
gets lost. Even in auditions, sometimes they'll have my first name.
I can give you a last name.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm like, it's like Madonna.
You
and Beyonce.
okay with it?
I'm into that.
Are you okay with your last name?
I think
too?
a lot of people know me as Marshela too. Marshela 9. So
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
I call you
fair.
Marchese.
you do call me Marshese.
You know what I'm saying? I call you
The
Sister
names
Howell.
vary. Sister Howell is a name as
Indeed.
well. Yes.
Right, so-
Thank you, brother.
I'm going to call her Sister Hal.
I
Sister-
appreciate it.
The
Hey,
illustrious
I don't-
Marche Howell is
Hi,
in the
friends.
building.
Hello, friend.
And she is blessing our presence, and she about to. I know this about to be a fire ass.
Oh, we're gonna have a good time.
It's
Yes,
going to be a
indeed.
lot of heat.
Amen.
We're gonna have a good time.
You
Yes,
guys
indeed.
go back, huh?
We go
We
back.
do, we
You
do.
guys
know
got
what
some
I'm saying?
history?
We
Oh,
do.
yes, we do, man. We a good 5 years, man,
Yeah.
at least.
Low key. Time
Yeah.
is elusive
Yes.
because it's flowing fast.
And it's crazy when you see somebody for the first time and you don't know them at
Mhm.
all. And it's crazy. I can say this: you are dope, man.
Yeah.
Like
Same, likewise.
I met her in a room full of people,
Mhm.
and you don't know who you just happen to come across, and you're like, "Nah, you were dope as hell, super talented."
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
So you've known her
Absolutely.
for 5 years.
At least,
At
maybe a
least,
little bit
maybe.
more.
Yeah. I've known her for 2 weeks. And my introduction,
Yes. Yeah,
Don't
she's
do it
layered.
like
She's
this.
not layered.
Oh,
wasn't as
don't do
congenial as yours.
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
but to my defense, when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. So I
Uh-huh.
will say, when you throw something out there, you can't be like, because I'm not even like that. You
Yeah.
know me. I'm not even like, I don't even spend a lot of time on the internet either. So to see what I saw in my introduction, I was
Yeah.
hurt. I was hurt.
It was a lot of
So,
lot of business being
It was
being
a
delivered.
lot. It was
And I
a
didn't
lot.
know the dame hit me like, bro, you hear what's going on with Tone?
Yeah.
Did you see it? I was like, nah, what happened? They
But
on the-
see, but what
set you
what
up.
I think
They set you up.
they set me up today.
Oh, they didn't tell you about today?
we did.
I found out about maybe 12 hours ago. I was
Hey.
like, who's the guest? They
But
was
we
like,
let
they
them
was like,
know.
yeah, you
We
already
let them know.
You
Okay.
already know her. I was like,
You knew,
But you don't really.
You
But
knew
you
you
don't
was gonna
really.
meet him before he knew you
I
were gonna
did,
meet
I did. But you don't know really. It's okay. It's all right. But keep
She's
going.
like-
but what I
Keep
will
going.
say is that, you know, the takes be hot. You play
Real
stupid
talk.
games. You get stupid. But there was something about your discourse that made me want to. Most of the time, I'll be like, okay, whatever.
Sure.
But there was
There was some tact.
there was a
some
kindness in the ass
I'm
whooping you were
Southern.
delivering.
Absolutely. I'm
right?
a Southern
So-
belle to the T. You're gonna get
Yeah.
it. But we can talk all day long. That's
Right.
why I'm not even gonna. That's why I
Mhm.
entertained it, or not
Yeah.
even just entertained it, but felt compelled. Like it was such a.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa.
yeah. So
Ain't nobody blacking these niggas. So I had to.
so I felt good, and
Sure.
that's why I'm very happy you are here.
I'm happy you'd have me.
I'm very,
Yeah.
I'm
This
very
my
happy
new
that you guys
bestie.
are here.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy,
Very
to be here.
Very happy to be here.
Yes.
And so, my brother.
Sure.
And here's the
So,
thing. I know, man, Sister Howell is she's
I
such
feel
a
like we did all of that. We have to give a little.
context.
Yes.
And this is the
yes.
third time we're going
This
to
is
be
the
talking about
fourth time.
this.
Yeah.
So the
Okay,
fourth
well,
time.
maybe not
No,
then.
no,
All right,
no,
okay,
because,
okay. I'm
because I think it got the biggest response.
Probably
Yeah.
did.
So
I mean, like I've had a couple of takes.
Sure.
Right? Like,
sure,
yes.
sure. I've watched,
Wait,
I've
wait,
seen,
before
I've
we
seen.
get to that one. Oh my God. Before we get to that one, real quick, Vampire in Brooklyn, of course. Brother, everyone knows if you've been watching the last couple episodes that Brother Tone had a hot take on his perception of the Vampire in Brooklyn. And, you know, a lot of people didn't really appreciate his stance on what kind of film it was.
Yeah.
Sister Howell was one of them. They've had words, several words back and forth
We
over the
did
course of a week and a
share.
half
We
to a
did
week,
share.
2 weeks.
We did share.
Yep.
And now they're here for the first time meeting in person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm loving every
Ideal. No,
minute
it's
of
an
it.
ideal situation.
Yes.
No, it's ideal.
Uh-huh. We
perfect.
gave him a heads up that she was going to be on the show. It might have been not as long, but we told him ahead of time. So it wasn't like when she walked up in the room that he was like, "Ooh,
Nah. And not only that, like I felt like I felt like we had a good but brief conversation about the film. And I felt like ultimately, and I tried 2 or 3 times, and she was so delicate with like, nah, that's not it.
Yeah, I'm not letting you make it. I'm not going to let you make it.
But I think ultimately, and this is what we said in when we talked about what is a BlackBuster podcast,
Right.
I think I was able to get to a point where she was like, I understand the general area in which you're coming from. I'm still not fucking with it, but that's better.
Than what
like,
you said.
like you're better.
Absolutely.
than-
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
going to receive. I receive it.
Right.
I receive it because one, you're entitled to what you're going to say. However, we're going to talk about what facts is facts.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to throw that out there, and I think you got that responsibility because you're out here. You know, I know the movies. I'm doing the movies. You got that responsibility now. You can't be out here slanging stuff talking about this ain't that, and I'm like, well, what the hell?
Damn.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be an interesting hour.
We gonna do
Yes.
it. No, but I feel
Yes.
like with this one, this is gonna be pretty unanimous. I mean, this film,
And I think so as well.
Yeah.
I was like, certain
Oof,
it's
tough.
crazy. You know, there's certain women that you're gonna have on the show that might not be as agreeable as I think we're going to be.
Sure,
You know, but I think you're a very logical woman.
absolutely.
I feel like I'm a
try
very
to be.
logical man.
Mhm.
Amen.
And let's tell the people what we're going to be reviewing today.
Let's do it.
What film? This actually I want Sister Howell to tell
Why me? Okay.
tell the viewers
Hey,
what
friend.
exactly what's the film we're going to be reviewing today.
Hey, friends. Okay, we're reviewing a classic, "Waiting to Exhale."
Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting to
to Exhale.
Starring
Starring Angela Bassett,
Lela Rochon,
Lela Rochon,
Loretta
Devine,
Mhm.
and
Houston.
Whitney Houston. Along with
Yeah.
Brother Leon.
Yes.
Leon,
Yes.
Gregory Hines,
Gregory Hines,
Hines.
Michael
rest in
Beach.
peace, Michael Beach. Well, I got some
Wesley
things to
Snipes.
say about
Wesley.
Come on,
Wesley
come on.
Snipes. Oh, we got. I'm about to. Lord,
Written by
come on.
Terry
Yeah.
McMillan
Yeah.
Yes.
and Ron Bass.
Yep.
Directed
some-
by Forest Whitaker.
Come
Yes.
on, man.
This
Yeah.
is like an Avengers. This is like a Marvel
Avengers
movie.
It is. It
It's
is.
like a Marvel movie.
It is. The aging of it is interesting though,
Mhm.
because the movie. Now, y'all, this movie came out in '95.
It did.
95.
I had yet to been to kindergarten in '95.
Ooh,
Okay, we ain't gonna.
bless
That's
your
all I'm
heart.
gonna say.
Pinch your cheek. 95. I was out there.
We ain't gonna talk about
He
it.
looked up like, damn, yes.
Yes. I had yet to even start school just yet. But so I watched this movie a lot in my younger years.
Yes.
And so most
Yes.
recently I've watched it as an adult woman. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh goodness.
Yeah.
So it's a very nuanced film, but classic just for those women that we named. Because come on, these beautiful
course.
women, my God.
And they all smashed.
Oh,
Yeah.
my,
Everybody.
the acting was so good. And in preparing for this show, I was looking at what people were saying back then, and there were some critics talking about the acting. We ain't even gonna talk about which publications and stuff, but it's on, on the internet. Oh, it's subpar. I think somebody even referenced the acting subpar, but the storyline kind of makes more sense. But the acting was subpar. Either way, the
crazy.
acting was beautiful.
Extremely
Everybody
extremely
did
beautiful.
exactly
Awesome.
what they were supposed
Absolutely.
to do.
Angela
Everybody
Bassett.
down to Troy.
Yeah.
Down to Troy.
Down to
Ooh,
Troy.
you raggedy. Okay.
You, man.
You
We'll
raggedy.
get to that.
yes,
We're going to get to it.
We'll get to it.
Okay, so Waiting to Exhale is the plot is the location is Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Which is already
Feels
that's
odd.
Well, Scottsdale, because when Angela Bassett won the house, they said the house is in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
So I
how
guess
far is that from Phoenix?
probably
Like
the
a
area.
bird. Yeah.
She was like,
Yeah.
remember she was like, let's see what Phoenix got the offer.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning when she
Yeah,
was
in the
driving.
beginning,
yeah.
So I just think we're in the Phoenix suburbs.
area.
Phoenix
Sure,
Phoenix
sure,
Scottsdale.
We're in the Phoenix DMA.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
indeed. So boom, that's where it's at. And it's about 4 women like living their lives and going through very, very realistic situations in their life. Like,
Job, before you hit on that though, there's one thing that I do want to toss out, which is I just want to talk about the social environment this film comes into.
okay.
Because I remember when the book came out,
Mhm.
and the book was the biggest
Shout out to
thing
Terry McMillan, yes.
in the world.
Okay.
Like the cover art was iconic.
Mhm.
You could see it anywhere.
Mhm.
Everybody was reading this book. I remember there were people in church with their bag who had the King James, and then they
Yeah,
had like
the
tucked
Wait-
next to it the Waiting to
Yes.
Exhale. So this was a big,
huge
deal.
Right.
When this movie gets made, and then of course when all of the actors and people got attached to the project.
Right.
So I just want to preface, which is like this was
Hence
like
why
Endgame.
they got
This
so
was
many
Avengers
monsters.
Endgame,
Right.
in terms of
Avengers
and we
Endgame.
didn't even talk about the soundtrack and everybody that
The
signed up for that,
Babyface.
right?
Ooh,
The
and all
soundtrack.
okay,
This was a
yes.
big deal.
Yeah.
This was a big deal.
Was the
movie.
cover art for the book purple? I'm
It was
trying to
purple
imagine
and
it in
had
my
like
mind.
and it was shapely. Like,
Okay.
like
kind of like
yeah.
that artistic.
Yeah,
Sure, they
brown
didn't have faces and
circles.
stuff,
Yeah.
but they were just sure. Yeah.
So you're right.
Mhm.
It was a huge film.
It was 26th for that year.
It was
I looked
the
it up.
film.
26th in the national all the grossing films. It was like number 26, which for a black film was a
Like
very
the
big deal.
white black version of not really the same topic, but Steel Magnolias.
Yes.
Sure,
Kind of
absolutely.
like that kind of
Absolutely.
star
Sure,
power,
sure.
but for us.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it was just it's so dynamic, bruh. It's a great film. Even as a little boy, I dug it. For one,
Yeah.
I was Whitney Houston.
Yeah,
For
no,
me,
they were
as a
they
boy,
were,
man.
Lela Rochon, they were
Lela
so
Rochon.
beautiful. I
Lela
just
Rochon.
was
Come
like,
on. Loretta Devine remind me of
even Loretta Devine,
moms.
and the fact when she referenced herself as being big, because right in the credits they're doing the New Year's resolutions, and she goes, "She big." I'm like, oh Lord,
Yeah.
it just reminds me how problematic that was back then to think she was big.
Hey, what was hard though? We'll get to the. I'm gonna be jumping ahead.
No, it's okay.
But,
Okay,
like,
take your time.
No, because I'm going
But
to talk
yes.
about the response to that when she said, "Oh, as big as I am, I shouldn't be eating like
Yeah.
this."
Uh-huh.
He like, my wife was big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
like
did.
that.
He
I
did.
said,
He
yeah.
did say
Yes.
that. I
As you
like
should.
it.
He was a
Absolutely.
yam man, like
He
your
was
boy,
a-
Yeah,
your
he was
boy
the
right
yam
here.
man.
The yam man. I like them
That's
yams.
true.
Let me
true.
tell you, Lela Rochon in 95
Ooh, come on, man.
is like pound for pound
Pound for
finer
pound.
than anybody else that was fine during that
Facts.
time.
Factual.
If we talk about like 95, like people Halle Berry fine,
Halle Berry,
Tyra
Robin
Banks
Gibbons,
fine,
Vanessa Williams,
Lela Rochon is right
there in that pack,
pound
Wow.
for pound,
right there in that
tail of
pack.
the tape.
She's sunshine,
Sunshine,
sunshine from
Wow.
Harlem.
fine.
Oh wait,
Wow.
she
Okay.
said, "Wow."
No, I mean, again, I definitely look up to young Lela as somebody I would want to look like as far as fashion wise. Even the dress she had on with the cutouts right
Yeah.
here, I would rock that right now. I'd wear that today.
I love how Lela Rochon was feisty.
Yes.
She wasn't
Yeah.
just a pretty face. She had some grit to her. Probably the
Executive at her
right,
job.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Mhm.
said her issue was just picking I picked the wrong dude.
See,
Yeah.
so this is
And she wanted love. She was a
She
hopeless
did.
romantic.
I'm
She
glad
was.
we're here because there are these themes that align with each of these main characters, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
And her theme was she wanted love.
Yeah.
Wanted
She
love.
wanted to be a mom.
She did.
She
Yeah.
wanted a family.
She
Yeah.
told
and
Lil
she'd
Portly
get it
about
out
that.
the mud,
Yeah.
right? Like she'd get
She
it
was-
out the
and
mud.
she's-
That's how bad she wanted.
I
it.
love this movie for even as a grown man. I'll look back and I hated it and loved it at the same time
Mhm.
because they had all the niggas was busters.
Oh, they was
Yeah.
bust.
I was like, come on.
Capital
Before,
B.
before that, let me a quick rendition, a quick rundown. 4 women, friends of different ages. Oh, most of them all around
They were
the same
pretty much
age.
the same,
Lela
yeah.
was like the baby.
Mhm.
Robin, her character was Robin. Lela
Yep.
Rochon, she was like the baby, but they were all Gloria oriented.
30s.
30s, living in Arizona. And
Mm-hmm.
Whitney Houston's character, Savannah, just moved out there to try and basically looking for love, looking for a match.
Mhm.
You know, because she just came from Denver, Colorado. These 4 women have 4 different lifestyles. One is a single mother with a teenage son. One is a married woman with 2 young children.
Mhm.
Lela Rochon is a young, educated, goal-oriented executive that's
Mhm.
single
Mhm.
and just trying to look for.
Well, she's with a married man. 2 of the women are with married men because if you look up the synopsis, it talks about essentially these women
Right,
navigating
Savannah
being
and
with,
Robin.
with married men, and then the other 2 are not. So yeah,
And it's like, wow. As I got older, I didn't really pay. I was more so looking at Lela Rochon and Whitney Houston, and like,
Sure.
and it was
Beautiful.
cool.
absolutely.
And as I got older and I started dealing with other women myself, and I was like, oh, these women wasn't shit.
Yeah.
And these niggas is worse.
No, it was not good PR for niggas at all. I'm gonna just say right now, if in my adult life watching this, it was very triggering.
Yeah.
Nobody left me
Yeah.
for a white woman, but watching that movie, I'm like,
Man,
oh
and
shit,
the
a
way he
nigga gonna
said it,
leave me
though,
for a white woman.
The way he said it, I said,
Oh, it was
Yeah.
cold.
I didn't. So I remember the movie. I remember certain scenes.
Mm-hmm.
When the young teenager boy Donald Faison got caught getting head.
head.
Of course, as a
Uh-huh.
boy, I remember that scene.
I remember that too. I was
You know what I'm saying? I remember you raggedy bitch.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Yes.
remember like the first opening scene of Bernadine.
Oh, he
and
was
her husband.
ruthless.
I'm thinking he's a caring husband. He was like, I watched it. I haven't watched it in years, a decade. So he was like, would you be terribly upset if you didn't go?
We don't go to the party
if we didn't
together.
go to the
She's
go
like,
to the party.
yeah.
Oh, I'll be
Come
devastated.
Mhm.
Like being sarcastic, like I don't want to go in the
I
first
don't want
place.
to go.
But if you're not going, cool. Let's just take these clothes off.
Yeah.
Let's do something.
and do
Exactly.
something else.
And he's like,
He hit it
nah,
with, nah,
I'm taking her.
you're not going. I'm taking her.
Yeah.
Why was she? I'm like,
No, it's ruthless. No, the
It's
opening
heartless.
credits. It's the opening credits where you see this heartbreak.
right.
And it's Angela Bassett is getting ready to go to the party. You know, they're narrating. First, we'll actually see the scene of her got the kid. She's like, oh, gotta pick his suit up, They're painting the idea that she's like the perfect wife.
Right.
She's doing every single thing
Right.
she's got to do to make sure this nigga
Mhm.
do everything he do with his shit,
If I
right?
give him everything he wants, he'll give me
He'll give
everything
me what I want.
Yep.
Exactly. So
Yep.
they show
Right.
that, and then the opening credits, they show him being like, I'm gonna take my
And
other
the smooth
bitch.
part about the writing was so cold because it was
the writing's
it was
insane.
it's crazy. It was such a clever way of sneaking it up on us as the
Yeah.
viewer.
Yeah,
Like,
sure, sure.
he's dumping there talking about leaving
Absolutely.
so smoothly. They wasn't arguing. It
Yep.
wasn't
They
an argument.
wasn't.
It wasn't a tense argument.
And
nothing
if
like
you
that.
listen on the radio, there's an emergency tone that goes off. So it's
You hear it. I
So
heard it.
while he's saying the things, it's the emergency tone, and she just sitting there, and actually, it's quite beautiful. Honestly,
Oh, it's
because
very
she's
artistic.
getting right. It's very artistic because she's hearing this, she raging inside, but she just sitting there like,
Yeah.
oh, so you gonna take the white bitch to work and blah 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 or whatever to the thing. So yeah,
When she turned around
Yeah.
on him though.
Oh, she did,
Yeah.
but
I
I'm just
said,
saying
my
to hear the tone in the background while that's happening is just
It showed the level of disdain and how how little he thought of her.
Damn.
And
Oh, it was
everything
sad.
that
Yeah.
that he would just say it like that.
Yeah.
That he would just deliver it
He
like
made
that.
it seem like she would be in agreement. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not fair. She don't want to be alone on New Year's. So it wouldn't
heartless.
Right.
Nigga, this your wife.
Yeah,
Like,
you mentioned Tyler Perry at the beginning when that was very Tyler Perry
Perry
vibes
is, yeah.
right there. Yes.
like this cold-blooded,
just I ain't shit. Here you go
But
to your
this was a
face.
theme amongst like the vast majority of the men in this movie.
Oh, it absolutely
Man.
was.
Right,
It was.
look like I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. This is how little I think of you.
Ooh.
This is how little I think of your feelings
Yes.
and emotions, right?
and the ridiculousness of their actions,
Yeah.
and they still was like, "Oh, this is normal." I mean,
This
they
is
were
normal.
moving as if the women should expect them to be this way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
leave my wife as soon as my daughter gets certain age or whatever. Like,
Yeah. Oh, he was trash too.
Also, and
Yeah.
also couldn't no nigga. Oh, so I need to be a little more PC. Could no
Hey.
gentleman in the, what?
enjoy your life.
No, I don't want. I gotta say it correctly. Ain't no gentleman in the film. Could
Gentleman.
nobody put it down? Nobody could lay no pipe.
That's
All
what
the
I'm
sex
saying.
was bad with every single nigga.
I hated
and
that.
that was very sad. Watching it, I'm like,
I said nobody got pipe
No.
dreams.
Nobody.
I think Leon could fuck.
Yeah, well, yeah. 'Cause he-
I mean, that's
was
true.
the
That's
only
true.
one.
But he was such a terrible nigga. It's
Yeah,
kind of like,
right.
do you even want that? And
Right,
that's
right.
what the movie
That-
showed because he was terrible. He was bad.
trash,
To the
right.
point where she was like, you ain't gotta even be the daddy. But we'll talk about it later. But
Dang.
yeah, she said at the end. So
Yeah, I
anyway.
remember that.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
That's hilarious.
No, but yeah,
What's your boy, Mike?
Oh,
Which
Which
Window
one
Pierce?
is that? Who is this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, with the glasses on. And
With
she
the
called him
sweaty-
a submarine sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
She
said,
said he looked a 38D.
I
she did
Oh,
say
she
that.
was.
I was
clowning.
never I was so upset that he was able to
to smash.
to smash.
smash.
fucking
Outta here.
Sean.
Okay,
You
so you got to
smashing
tell the
Robin?
folks. So the movie starts out New Year's.
New
So
Year's.
everybody's giving their like resolution. So it's a very straightforward way to try to get it's insight to their personality. Because Whitney, everybody's saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start my catering company." Bernadine said that. Whitney's like, "I'm gonna find a nigga," or she's in her way of saying that. You know, they are. So it's interesting because the movie take place over a year to just watch them try. You see the goal because they give it to you right in the beginning. This is what each character is trying to do.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And it's just you see them trying to get that. So yeah, I
Exactly.
think that's important to.
Yes, very much so. And then you see them fighting for it, and it's just not happening.
not
Even
happening.
when Savannah went to, she said she went on a date after playing phone tag with this guy.
Yeah.
She's finally going to meet him in person, and then she met, I guess, some New Year's Eve party,
Girl.
and when she sat there at the table full of other couples.
That
I was
was
like, and
but
then in her mind,
the way the women was talking, it was toxic.
yeah.
The women
And then
was
she was like,
I'm gonna take your nigga.
As soon as you look
said
away,
that.
I said,
yeah, this was toxic.
Trash.
Damn,
I was like, this
Savannah.
is what they think of us. That's why I was like, I
Right.
kept watching thinking.
But it was written by a black woman.
I mean, it was, but the screenplay again is not just her, and that's what made me think, as a black creative, it's important for us to tell our stories just us without a certain gaze, so we don't have to feel like it gotta be certain because it was very stereotypical throughout the entire film.
Big facts. Like, don't know all these black dudes not piping.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Like I said,
Well, that was like anti-stereotypical then, because that was the one part of the movie that wasn't factual. The rest of because
you said stereotypical, like that's not.
no, I'm saying that's not, which is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's kind of opposite. The rest of it, the movie was pretty on point, but niggas not being able to fuck. Somebody should have been in there. Even
don't
the
be
big
right.
nigga, he should have probably.
I
put it in.
want to ask a question because I think we could agree that for the most part, all of the men in this movie are trash.
Fair,
Right.
except for one.
But
Except
it brings in a good
We're
question.
gonna talk about that in a minute.
The question, and maybe we're all thinking about the same. Gregory Hines' character.
Oh,
Is that the neighbor?
so then,
The neighbor.
two.
He's fine. He's
Two.
he's
Oh,
a
who
quality
knows?
dude. But the question is that was Wesley Snipes' character a good dude?
He was.
He was just brainwashed.
Was he a good dude?
He was good. He wrote a whole letter about him loving his white wife and how much he was into. He went into detail.
All right, let's talk about. We will say. I think in this situation, I think his wife being white shouldn't matter.
No, absolutely not. It was said in the film because remember he brought it up
I know
because
because
Angela Bassett was talking about her husband. He was like, I want you to like me, but I want you to know my wife is white as well.
I think the only reason why he mentioned his wife being white, only reason why he mentioned her race was because her Angela Bassett.
Yeah, but the film was fear mongering. It was basically talking about our fear that
of course,
white men our black men is gonna do what they're gonna do. I don't think he was a bad guy though. To answer your question, I don't think Wesley Snipes was really cool because they didn't even fuck. First
they
of all,
did not. That's my point.
See, but this brings
like
up
him.
to my point. This brings to my point. He's still married. Would a good man have gone up to that woman's room?
Sure,
Hold on, wait a minute,
absolutely.
wait a minute.
Yes, I don't think that makes him a bad.
Yeah.
Right.
This is great. Yeah.
So that's why we are jumping.
We're so hyped. We into the
are, we
film.
are.
It's
All
so
right.
much that we got to uncover.
So I want to try to real quick.
Maybe we should do a character by character.
I think so. That's why I was gonna start with Savannah.
Start with her.
You know, she went to this.
It start with her. It start with her mama.
She
So
goes to this. She goes to this party to meet up with a guy for the first time, first date situation.
A blind date.
A
Somebody
blind
set
date,
them up.
Yes.
Mhm.
And the guy, she met him as soon as he walked in. She was extremely attracted to him, and he was to her. His hug was dope. He smelled good. She was
She
like,
excels for the first time. This is a reoccurring theme in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
When the women breathe, and she says it, she finally.
Boom.
And she excels when she dances with the first man. So this is right when the movie
he was
starts.
the perfect gentleman.
He was.
It's trash.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And they was dancing together.
They
playing,
was.
And she was like, and then it was almost like they were the only people on the dance floor.
Absolutely.
No one else was in the whole
Time
building.
slowed down.
Time
And
slowed
she said,
down.
if he's not the one, at least let me dance with him good. She says that
Yeah.
in the
And
film.
I just want to, I want to let me close my eyes and pretend that this man is mine.
Is the one exactly.
I said,
Even
damn.
the music.
Hey,
so let's talk
quality.
about the music
Hey,
because
they
the
was
lyrics.
dancing with the pen, nigga. They was killing
Quality.
it.
They was doing it good, and the
Quality.
song was like,
The
"Let me
music.
be your wife." Like the
Yeah.
Babyface, I think, did the music for it.
He did.
Every single scene, like
Hit.
every time something was
Monstrous.
happening,
Hit.
the music would be right on
On
point.
point.
So yeah, she's dancing with the gentleman.
We haven't had that in so
Yeah.
many years.
We
bro.
have not. Issa Rae's doing a great job with that with
She
Insecure
is.
though, because
Yeah.
the music be
The playlist
wow,
be-
it be
playlist
right
be
on
facts.
point.
Big facts.
Big facts, you know.
Uh-huh.
But no, so anyway, she's at the party. Go ahead, you were doing great.
And so, and she's basically in her own world. She's dancing with this man who might be the one. And the way, as a viewers, we're getting it the same way she's getting it. Like we think this guy's perfect gentleman, tall, dark, handsome, pause. And
He's like a little.
yeah.
He's like Karma.
well, he's not dark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's
He's a
definitely
good looking guy. Absolutely.
Yeah, right on, right on.
I wish I knew his name because he's in a lot of stuff.
Uh,
So
his-
many
his-
black actors. He's in a lot. I don't know his name.
He's always a good
but
dude.
he is
Not
a good-
except
he
Jeffrey
is-
D. Sams.
Okay, I wouldn't have been able to, but shout out to
Brother
Jeffrey.
Lionel. Yep.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Brother Lionel.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, he played Lionel. And they were dancing and everything was going great mid-song, midway through the song. His name was Lionel in the movie Lionel. They stopped, the trance stops and the music stops basically. And they look, Savannah looks up, Whitney Houston looks up and sees a woman standing next to
Kenya
him.
Moore.
Kenya Moore.
They forgot she was in the movie.
Right. Kenya
Crazy.
Moore was in the movie and she was like, you haven't danced with me all night.
The whole night. So this nigga brought let's just put this in the context. He called her voicemail and said, meet me at this party.
Mm-hmm.
She comes and he comes with another bitch. So this is the introduction to black men up in this movie, okay? Because why would you ask me to come somewhere?
This is not an uncommon thing.
It's not.
And that's
not an uncommon thing.
And she was a friend.
But
he said, this is my friend.
This is my friend, but you just like, I'm going to take this just in case. But if you ask somebody to come, why would you bring another woman with you?
When I tell you how common this was. Now again, this, like I remember guys would invite multiple of their girls to the club.
Yeah.
And would manage them the whole night.
How to be a player.
Right? Like sometimes they
the
knew.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes they knew, but it wasn't no slow dancing in none of these clubs.
Right.
So that's an egregious move to be that close and intimate
you could do this
when you got multiple. Yeah. It wouldn't have been no thing, right? That's what made that shit egregious.
Yeah, and I think a real player, like if you come, I didn't think you was gonna come. I brought somebody else. Like if you hit me with some stuff right away and I get to digest
get ahead of it.
Give me a chance. That's why I can be like, okay, I don't know. Why would you? But at least you told me right. But if we dancing and the bitch walk up, come on. So she left the party.
Sneaky.
I would leave. She left the party. She left the party right away.
And the way she left the party
exhaled
was so
on your
cold.
shoulder.
It was
right?
so cold.
You heard me exhale, bro.
It was so. She did exhale. She
Yeah,
did, which is again a
closed my
recurring
eyes
theme.
on your chest. Think,
She did.
you know what
she
I'm saying?
exhaled.
So she, and the way she walked off, she didn't even bat an eye.
Yep.
You could tell she had been through this holy dance before. It was
Absolutely.
like she just dipped off.
Yep. But called him.
Did she call him?
I don't know if she called him but he was in the bedroom after that event.
Eventually she did call him later. You right.
Oh, that's right.
We're going to talk about it because there's a lot of settling. Hashtag settling in this film.
So despite that red flag.
Yeah. Because it's a reoccurring thing of take what you got. That's what the movie is. Absolutely. The movie is saying take what you can get, and which is not okay.
Hold on.
But
within reason.
Within reason, but it was just overwhelming.
Okay.
Take what you get if what you got is solid. But if what you got is bullshit, then
because Savannah Mama was on bullshit, and we'll talk about that
later.
She was. It's not if it's solid, because it wasn't solid, and she was still saying. I said
if it's solid.
Yeah, but
if it's solid.
But that's not what the movie was saying. The movie was saying take it regardless because it's all you got.
So I want a woman's perspective.
Sure.
Real quick. I want to step away from the movie and just get a woman's perspective. Sometimes I feel like that is like if I look at like some choices that single women make, right? And who they decide to get involved with, who they decide to date, it feels like somebody just give me a used car off the lot. I need to drive. I need to get from point to A to B. I'll take that one, right? I will take what I can get because I need to be involved in a relationship. How common is that? Like the decisions that they're making, even though it's a fictitious movie, seem very realistic. Seem very realistic to just being like, I need to be loved and I'll get it out the dirt if that's where it looks like I can get pulled from.
I'll wait for the woman's response.
Y'all so funny. I feel like it's a nuanced situation. You only take what you know. I think the PR for Black women is, y'all ain't used to nothing, y'all don't have nothing anyway, so take what you can get. But if you are a young lady and you have seen people love come from, it don't even have to be a 2-parent household, but just come from a good family, somebody that raised you right. You're not just finna be with no bullshit niggas. You know what I mean? So I think it's just all about what you're exposed to. I wouldn't never.
Right.
But I could see myself in all these women's situations, but I would never allow that to be my situation just because of what I come from. You know what I mean? I got a daddy that love me. I ain't got no daddy issues and shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some mama issues, but not daddy ones. Damn. But it'd be like that. So sometimes. I think it's more like that may be the PR of what's going on, but I don't think most Black women are in a situation where they would just take whatever. You know what I mean? And I think, too, it's two sides to that coin, because I think men can take advantage of that and be manipulative as well and be like, I know what the pool look like is pee in the dating pool, so I'm going to give you whatever, because that's exactly Leon. I'm going to give you what you would allow.
Russell,
exactly. You know? So,
let me take that piece, and I just want to add one other track to it, which is what I've seen is that as women have aged, as they get older, and they get to be in mid-30s to late 30s, and it really feels like I've been waiting for a long time.
Waiting to exhale for
I've been waiting to exhale for a long time.
Yeah.
Niggas getting dizzy.
I know he ain't perfect.
Yeah.
But I need something.
Sure.
You know, and that's what I feel like I see in these characters based upon their age, right? Like, because having a man was the
was the main thing. Even the mama said that. Yeah, it was.
For so many of these characters, I need to be with the man.
Sure.
Or I need to keep the one that I got.
Sure.
So,
but I think this movie is one of the reasons. Think about when this came out. I think a lot of things. This movie is a reason why a lot of stereotypes have been upheld. Because who is telling you what? That's why imagery and stuff, and I think, again, as us as Black creatives, the stories we tell are important because this stuff sticks with people.
Yep.
Even the fear-mongering of niggas leaving for white women or whatever, it's just like, oh my God, it's such a big deal. It's going to happen. It's like pretty dramatic. So I think this movie is even putting that seed in people's mind or women's mind to believe. Because these women is young. They gorgeous. In real life, these bitches could literally pull any nigga anywhere. Right? Even Loretta Devine.
Right.
Come on now.
Loretta Devine.
She talking about the cornbread and all this stuff. She could put any man anywhere. So I think
any real nigga,
any real nigga would at least come see.
Saw that switch when she was walking across the street.
At least you would come see. At least you would come see. Even if she's not your type, you would at least entertain. Like, let me see what she's talking about. I don't even know. So I think this movie literally planted that seed, though. Because I don't know. I think self-respect is a big deal. I think nowadays, the modern woman or whatever, people try to coin different terms, but I think it's getting better. Women are being a little better, but the bad boy or the whatever has always been an attractive thing with an ain't shit nigga. That's all I know. Or a nigga with good dick, but this movie, that don't pertain to this
That's
movie. Because
what I'm saying.
nobody in the movie had good dick.
Have no good. Yeah,
nobody
man.
did.
It's interesting, so interesting.
I mean, it's just fact.
Because if we take this foursome of ladies, right, and fast forward the tape to the foursome of ladies in Insecure, right?
Which
different. One is like
absolutely different.
To me, I think that makes your point that it's like, I feel like the four characters of Insecure and their circumstances, though very much kind of thematically online with a lot of what happens in Waiting to Excel, but it's presented in a much different way. But the archetypes, they remain the same. They're kind of going through the same shit.
Yeah, and Insecure chicks is whacker. As whack as the women in Waiting to Exhale was, these Insecure chicks was whacker.
Okay, Kelly wasn't whack. Kelly was out there getting how she lived.
You know what?
Out of all of them, she was the one.
Kelly was legit.
She was literally and especially with her body type and all that. She was one like I like this nigga.
Living her best life.
She really was,
and I think that she was the part of the most solid.
And she got booed up at the end,
and she got as she should have. She was solid.
She did.
You know what I'm saying? But I would. We gonna actually in BlackBusters we will be talking about TV shows too.
Yeah.
Because you can get TV shows.
But we still at the beginning of the party. We gotta keep going.
We do.
We gotta
buckle up.
Yeah, we gotta buckle up.
If you haven't seen the movie, you gotta watch the movie at this point.
Right. You definitely have to go see. It's on HBO Max. Shameless. It's not even a shameless plug.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even be saying it, but I'm saying that. I'm sure I love movies, so I want y'all to love them too.
Solid.
So HBO Max, go watch Waiting to Exhale for sure. But yeah, and that's just Savannah.
Yeah,
and Savannah.
So opening credits, you get Savannah with this nigga and bringing the date. You get Bernadine getting broken up with
on New Year's
Eve. New Year's Eve by her husband.
Getting ready to go to a banquet, a New Year's banquet with her husband of 11 years and probably been with him for 20. And so we got that already, right?
Yep, we got that already.
So now we have Lela Rochon. Robin.
Yeah, about to have sex with a man at her job who she just met.
She met a dude at her job.
Who knew at the job.
Right, who he's new at the job. Now, mind you, and he's not even her type.
He's not.
He's
That's
frumpy,
why I don't know.
short. But it makes sense.
None of it adds up.
It does because she's probably had the football player, like she said,
true.
the bodybuilder. You saw the guys that she had on her refrigerator. She likes muscle-bound, strong, tall dudes.
How did he even get there?
Because she was like, well, those guys have done me dirty.
Yeah.
I haven't had any success with those type of dudes.
Yeah.
So let me try another approach. In her mind, she said, let me change the game up.
She did
get
say
out my
that.
comfort zone.
She literally said that.
And let me deal with a dude that's super corny.
And that motherfucker was outrageous.
He was, and he played
She
such
even
an
said he's not
job.
pretty, but you know, he ain't pretty, but he's available.
He's available,
which is hurtful.
And so here's the thing, but I know women. I got homegirls, I got partners who be like, man, I want to date with this dude that my cousin hooked me up with. He's a nice dude. I knew I wasn't attracted to him, but at least I've been to my last 5 dates have been the guys I'm attracted to.
Sure. I'm a fan.
Let me go
of
out
that.
with this dude and see what he has to offer.
Give him a
See, we
chance.
can match.
Give him
we
a
can,
chance.
yeah.
Yeah,
and then,
but that's right.
And he low key was cornier than the other dudes, or just
He was
ass.
worse.
Terrible.
Like, let me ask you this.
He was the worst.
So we'll get to him. Let's
Oh.
not speed past it, of course, because we can talk about this for hours.
Have you
We
ever
could.
you ever danced before you got some ass?
No, I have.
Foot of the bed.
I have, but
Like,
I've already got.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's just not
it's
my
not the
first
first
time.
time.
Like,
Yeah.
and he was already
He was
doing
a
like
corny-
temptation.
He was
Right.
a corny dude.
Yeah.
She hired him, by the way. So not only was it her coach, she was her subordinate.
Yeah.
Because she had the power to fire him later. So
She
I
was
think it was
wildin'.
a lot. She was wilding. How
She
you
was
gonna
wildin'.
fucking nigga you
And then,
hired on?
And he's giving you all these field dreams.
Yeah.
I know it was
I can
trash.
give you
She
all
ended up
that.
being trash.
He's
Yeah.
like, you don't want much.
Yeah.
I felt bad for her.
I feel bad for her too.
I feel bad for her because she really was. She seemed to be a good chick. She was down for her partners. I love a chick that's gonna write for her homegirls.
Same.
Right.
She was a
That's
writer.
100% what
For
she
sure.
was. For sure.
And she didn't seem too materialistic, or if anything, she was
cool.
She was cool. She
was
wanted
really
love.
cool.
She didn't want a nigga with the fastest car and the biggest wallet. She wanted somebody that's gonna treat her nice. And
But what she
That's
did,
what-
did you think she was dumb?
A little bit, absolutely.
I thought she was
Absolutely.
dumb.
Remember when the wallet and Whitney was like,
She
or
was
Savannah
dumb.
was like, the wallet, nigga,
Come
your
on,
wallet
man.
gone. She was like, you think he's still
that's
my
she's a
wallet?
hopeless romantic.
She was dumb.
And I think the fact that she said she was an army brat, so she never really had no stable foundation of homegirls that she could probably learn from and shit. She was an army brat. She ended up going to ASU.
Yeah.
And she stayed in Arizona.
Yeah.
Like,
This is and in her, I've seen her in the real world.
Absolutely.
Like in the real life. Where you see
Absolutely.
somebody like, you so fine.
Yeah. Why you ain't got no nigga?
Or-
not
or-
that. I'm sorry. That's
Hilarious.
wrong to say.
Hey,
Or
you said it though.
I know, but that's not the ultimate goal. So let me take it.
I hate this because again,
Hilarious.
I'm trying to make a point, and I don't feel this way. I don't actively be doing this in real life. I just want to preface that. But every now and then you'll see somebody and be like, how does this guy have you all fucked up? Right? Like
Right.
how does this guy have
But
you
people
angry?
capable of
How does this
anything.
guy have you crying? How
Right.
does this guy
You
have
be-
you
you
know,
be
waiting at home?
surprised a woman or man, but in this case, a woman, she can look amazing on the outside, but you don't know what she lacking on the inside.
Exactly.
And like, so, because I be asking myself the same question: how is this nigga got you all turned up?
How is it
And
this
him?
guy? This the
Him,
guy
I
that
know
got you all
him,
fucked
nigga.
up.
And
Yeah.
he ain't
That
him.
nigga lame.
He's
That
not
nigga
that.
lame.
But
He
to
makes
you
sense.
can't get this nigga
Yeah.
out your head.
He
Yeah.
lame.
Yeah,
No, for
like,
sure.
but sometimes the something in your brain or something in your heart, your emotions won't allow you to let this person go.
Yeah.
Or for some odd reason.
Or
And that-
trauma
and-
bonds. Most of the time, I
yeah.
think it's trauma bonds. People are codependent.
Very, very true. And what I was about to say is, it's 4 women, 4 different storylines, 4 different plots, subplots, and all that. So they couldn't give us as much character development as I wanted
Sure.
to. I would have loved to see Robin's character, Lela Rochon's character, with a parent, with a dad, or the lack
Yeah.
thereof, or somebody. We saw Savannah's background
We
a
did.
little bit.
We did,
I
which
wish I
was
would've-
so triggering and
Hey,
traumatic.
Man, I felt so
Ooh.
bad for her
I
because when you have a parent, they're supposed to be your support system, and she was that.
And she was
with the wrong
but
support.
with the wrong
With the wrong
stuff.
support.
But I think that's very real too. And then they tried to show the mama story because they say, oh, the mama food stamps got cut. She ain't got no money in her bank account, all this. So you see the root to why she, and then she's like, I don't want you to end up like me.
Facts.
So you see the humanness in the mama, but at the end of the day, the message was toxic. Everything the mama was saying was fucked up.
It was fucked up.
And it could be toxic.
So wrong.
It could be toxic, but at the same time, like, I'm an old folks baby. Like, my dad was 78. He had me at 44. He's from the old school
Yeah.
to where he was like, a lot of times women and men, especially women, in that day in 1965, 1975, it ain't as easy as, oh, he did me wrong, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of times some people feel like a woman, oh, he cheated on you? Or he did that
That's
and the
what
other,
they-
and you
that's
left?
whatever. Yeah. 'Cause
And
it's
you
the
struggle
security
more.
thing. It's
You
the
struggle
security
more when
thing.
you left. You were living better. You might not felt as good.
Yeah.
But it's not always about who you love.
But that
it's
ain't
about
even
who
what the
loves
mama
you.
was coming from, though,
But I
because
only
it
say
wasn't
that
about
because-
security.
Huh?
It wasn't even about security, because that, I feel like, comes from a place of togetherness and security, where literally, like, when niggas can only work certain jobs, you can only go in certain parts of town. You got to be with your people you with. You cheat or whatever, you need to come back home. You need to be with this person. But the mama, it wasn't even about security. It was about having somebody.
Right.
And that's what made it sad to think, mama, you'd rather me be this
side piece.
Yeah, just a
perpetual
just
side
so you're
piece.
insinuating
that
that I
bad.
can't even like
The
I
nigga's
can't go and get like
Yeah.
it ain't no other niggas in the world. Like it's very sad to watch.
He was very married too.
He was so
extremely-
married.
He was very
But
extremely
every
married.
dude was.
Yeah.
Every dude was like not little married, kind of married. Like these niggas was married, the kids, the mama
Except
calling.
Wesley.
Except Wesley.
Because she was passing.
But he like, I'm never gonna leave my wife. I just
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I know there's situations where a wife or a husband, in this case, a wife will be like, I need you to move on. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say that wasn't their conversation? Like him going upstairs with that woman, with Jessica, Angela Bassett, Bernadine, Bernie. But he probably went up there to just for the comfort. You know what I'm saying? Because holding his wife is a different type of hold.
Yeah.
Now,
I think, and I'm fast forwarding, but I think they went up there to fuck.
of course.
I think the conversation that got them from the bar.
Yeah.
I'm scared of you.
Yeah.
But I think both of them didn't know. First of all, I don't think either one of them was ready for that level of intimacy.
Right.
And certainly, they didn't know, so what do we do now? And there was all of that nervous energy. It just kind of goes back to my question, which is, would a good man have gone upstairs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Would a good man have gone upstairs for sex?
A good man could have almost had sex with her and stopped and still been a good man. He could have thought about, because think about it, you're human beings. Now, we're not going to act like a good man don't have...
Thoughts.
I'm not even gonna cape for it, whatever. I'm just
halfway.
saying, but if you at any point in time have integrity, at any point in time, it's still integrity.
And you can still be a
it
good
don't matter
man.
if it's at the end. If you don't fuck up, even if you just held her, that's bad. But it's still like, and you come on, whatever. I just,
So you don't think there was anything innately wrong about a married man spooning
No, that was
another woman all night?
I think because of the
Sure,
situation, it wasn't that he had a wife at home and he was away on business and now he just going
She
to
had a
stick
dying woman.
and she was dying slowly.
Yeah.
So it was something.
That's pretty intricate.
I think it was something that he had to come.
They both needed comfort.
I don't think he walked over to her to smash.
No,
I agree.
think the conversation
at the bar. I think it was
just
just
having a conversation,
regular
with a woman.
conversation at the
Sure.
bar.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That turned into something
That
else.
turned into something else.
And he was
so-
honest the whole time.
Yeah,
Right. That's what I'm saying. He kept it.
he kept it 100.
He did
Yeah,
from the
he kept it a
beginning.
hundred.
So that's
The
why I'm
whole
like, no,
time.
he seemed it can't be more
And
thoroughbred
even
than
afterwards, the
Yeah.
letter.
Yeah,
The letter was
you know
too
what I'm
much.
saying? It was too much.
The
The letter was a lot going on.
Oh, it was so
But
bad. I
at the
said,
same
oh.
time, you thinking about a man that you don't know what a man or woman, but in this case, a man goes through when he sees the love of
a
his
person
life
dying. Absolutely.
dying slow,
Yeah.
and where his mind and where his emotions are going to, and he
Right.
finds this woman that's going through his trauma bonding.
yeah.
He's not the same type of trauma, but like losing a loved one, losing, you know what I'm saying, your marriage being over, basically. Slowly, a divorce takes time for it to be done.
To me,
And you're watching your wife die, it takes time for it to be done.
and that scene had great compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like her strength, she's smoking her cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
when
know,
she's drinking the scotch.
She's drinking
and
the
soda.
scotch.
Yeah,
right?
he said, "Oh,
I'm scared of you.
yeah.
Conversation felt
Yeah.
good. That was. I always found that because that scene is so odd because it's oddly romantic. It's oddly tragic.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's oddly kind of like that trauma, like kind of like trauma porn, if you will.
Sure.
It's got all of those beats. To me, out of the entire movie, that stretch where Wesley,
Solid.
where they meet is the best part of the movie.
I
Solid.
agree.
It's a
It's the
solid
best
part.
part
It's
of
a
the
solid
movie.
part.
I agree.
Where
I agree.
were you at with your summer? We gotta. Where were we?
Because if we try to summarize this thing,
Yeah, we go
gotta order
back
some
and forth.
pizza.
I know,
that's
right?
Bernie.
I know.
That's
I
Bernie.
know.
Because it's
That's
so
Bernie.
much.
Because Bernie, this is after court. Or no, it's
It's so
not.
many questions.
It's during court. But go ahead.
And
go ahead.
honestly, we can't spend that much time on this film,
Yeah.
and it should be like a part
It's
two,
packed.
possibly.
It's
It's
packed.
very packed because it's more.
We could do
an
an
could
episode on every character.
because each plot is a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Each plot is a movie. Because
we
think
can't.
of it, we haven't even asked.
He looked up
We haven't even
abruptly.
asked questions about Gloria and Marvin.
Oh, that's a whole. That's
You
why I
know
was
what
like,
I'm saying?
that's.
Like when Gloria came across the street to introduce herself to the
But
new
even
neighbors.
before then, because let's be
Yeah,
honest, she
really.
got a whole situation with her baby daddy, y'all, and not
yeah.
knowing the
Her
nigga was
ex-husband.
her ex-husband and baby daddy.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm saying what baby daddy means.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Ex-husband.
Mhm.
Gloria's ex-husband comes out to her and she didn't even know. And I
she
think
didn't
that
know.
is like, what? Loretta Devine ain't
She
know that
thought
nigga
she was
was
about
gay.
to fuck.
You
That was
know.
She
so
thought
funny.
she was about to
She thought she was
fuck.
get slid in.
Okay, so we
Man.
lots of trauma things, but Gloria, who's Loretta Devine's character, is waiting on her ex-husband, baby daddy, to come visit the son.
There was so many
right?
powerful scenes, man.
Yeah.
And
that's-
he goes
he
and
came out.
says he comes out and says he's gay. He was been bisexual,
Mhm.
and now
Yeah,
he's
now
gay.
he just full out.
now he's
full
gay.
out.
She was like, I thought we would do
And
what we
she
did
didn't
last
know
time.
in the
I
film.
thought we would do what we did last time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she's
Nah.
go ahead.
And she about to devour that dude.
Yeah.
But before that scene, the scene with the son, the opening scene of their relationship, that hit hard. That hit hard for me, man. I just saw a young boy, you know what I'm saying, dealing with his mom that's overbearing,
Mhm.
loving him to pieces, him growing up, and I love how she was like, your father's coming on Tuesday. He was
Mhm.
like, so what that mean?
Exactly. He wasn't
You
even
know what I'm saying?
excited.
Yeah, he wasn't excited.
He
That's
do not
realistic as hell.
Yes.
And then he said his little thing about what y'all do last. Where did he sleep last time he was
He
here?
noticed that
You
he
be
slept.
excited. You expect me to be? I see him once every 2 years, and I'm supposed to be excited.
Mhm.
You be excited. What's that supposed to mean? Where he sleep last time he was here?
Mhm.
It ain't none of his business.
Yep.
He getting old enough, and he said it, and he hurt her feelings. You know, embarrassed her. You know what I'm
She's
saying?
wearing a yellow do-rag in this.
A yellow do-rag.
Because I had to look. I just told you, I just watched it. I
Hey.
said, is that a do-rag?
Yeah,
Yellow
gangsta
do-rag, gangster
Uh-huh.
shit.
Yeah,
Just had
and
to put-
he embarrassed her, and then him going back and apologizing.
Mhm.
That was a dope moment. Me and my
Very
mom was super
respectful.
close.
Good
super-
dynamic.
Yeah, but he
Good
was still
dynamic.
a boy. He was still a young dude that was want to hang with the fellas, want to sneak and get his meat sucked on by a little chick from high school. But he still loved his mama, even though his mama annoyed the shit out of him.
Absolutely.
That's how teenage boys, they, mom, all right, okay, all right,
Yeah.
yes, okay, mama. But
Baby,
at the
them-
end of the day, he had her back. He had her back emotionally. And he just like, mom, I'm sorry.
she was definitely baby him, though.
Yeah,
And
for
that
sure.
came full circle in
yeah.
the film, too, which is one responsible thing I think the film did to really show how Black single mamas be baby and they sons.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Can we
Yeah.
talk about maybe the most inexplicable character in all film?
All film or
and-
all of this film?
Maybe in every
Every
like
film?
top 5.
The history of films.
Top 5. You raggedy bitch.
Oh my God,
hey,
Troy,
Troy,
shit, man.
Troy,
Top 5.
That nigga said,
What the fuck?
when he walked into the
No.
club, the party,
He bit her butt.
he better bun. Hey,
I
real
told
nigga
you.
shit,
Did
man.
I tell you that story about how Omega bit my ass in my first college?
Rude to the good
Uh-huh.
bros.
College, yeah, no, but he bit her butt. He did. No,
Hey
that
man,
nigga wasn't shit.
sometimes buns just need to get bit on a little bit, man.
That ain't
Just
right.
a quick bit. Just a
Leather
quick
in the
little-
summer ain't right. That
Nothing
nigga had that vest
about
on.
him
leather
makes
in the
sense.
summer,
It
no
ain't right.
shirt.
Nothing about
No
him
shirt.
makes
That
sense.
nigga's a Phoenix. He's an Arizona nigga for sure.
Yeah.
He probably born in Chicago,
Yeah.
came to Arizona at 6, and he's been there ever since. Oh, I think maybe first of all, why the hell is this movie in Arizona?
I like that though.
I'm okay with it.
I love that.
And maybe it
Yeah.
kind of explains the reason why none of these brothers could swipe down no chicks.
That's right. And then it was like maybe the lack of them too, because it's kind of like if you was in Atlanta, it'd
This
be
is
hard
a-
to
this
believe.
is a good point.
So
This is
and I
a
like
good
the
point.
scenery too. It looked nice.
It was
Seeing him
good,
in the
yeah.
desert, seeing him
Yeah.
at the bonfire. I
Definitely.
liked it.
I
I
love
liked
it.
it.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I love it. To me, like maybe the only winner in the whole movie is the city. You know what I mean?
city.
Like, because I love the backdrops. I love the desert.
The scenery made it.
That
Yeah.
Sedona feel.
It was dope.
Like
When
it
she
looks
burnt
like
all
a
the
great
stuff
place to
up,
be.
that was
Yeah.
we actually
Yeah.
skipped over one of the most iconic scenes in the movie. That
No,
happened.
I wasn't
we
gonna get
coming
to
to
it.
that.
Oh, okay. I
because
was like,
here's the
that
thing.
happened very,
We
very
out of order
early
now.
on.
And she was like, well, she said, get your shit.
Yeah.
Get your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it.
Iconic.
And
Arizona.
think
she
But I
was
think
hot.
you
right
made.
for
I
that?
think you made a great point, though. I think you just made a point that suddenly makes this movie make a lot of sense to me. And I think maybe you guys both were making the same point, which is it was so scarce. The options for
options.
available men were so scarce. It's why a nigga like Wendell Pierce could fuck Lela Rochon.
facts.
Right? Like,
'Cause
you
that
know.
should've never happened.
Facts.
Well, I ain't gonna say it should
It's
never
why-
happen. If
it's-
he had a better personality, it could have happened.
Right.
It's why Troy. It's why Troy had a shot. It's
Yeah.
why Leon could be in multiple houses, like
Yes.
around the middle of the night. It was so
Leon was
scarce.
Hey,
a
hey, he was
He's a villain.
he was
He is a literal villain.
Hey, but here's the thing. Leon's always the shady nigga.
He's always the villain.
But guess who else is?
Mm-hmm.
Brother Beach.
Yeah.
Is this
Brother
State
Beach
Farm?
ain't shit, huh?
Is this State Farm?
No, that's
Who is
Dennis
this?
Haysbert.
Nah,
Beach is Angela Bassett's husband.
Oh,
Yes.
he's the worst of them
Yes,
all. I'm
and
sorry. I didn't know his name. I'm sorry.
We're gonna talk about another film someday soon.
No,
And that's-
but he plays that same character too. No, he's
That's what I'm
Michael
saying.
Beach. No, no, no.
Soul Food.
A good ain't shit.
Oh, he ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Faith fucked my husband.
Like it's so
We'll
funny.
get to that later.
Michael Beach plays a good like, I'm sorry, I ain't shit.
A good horrible nigga.
Yeah, Leon plays a good like, I ain't shit. Right? It's like all the different ways a man cannot be shit. Michael Beach plays one which is like I ain't shit. And I know it.
Hey,
You know,
No. He was bad.
Yeah.
Michael Beach plays the best ain't shit nigga in the world.
Yeah.
He's just a nice.
Ain't shit. nigga.
But he wasn't nice. He
look
didn't
at
even
the
give her
face.
enough money to get the rent.
And even at the end,
but I'm saying he wasn't like fuck you, bitch. He wasn't one of them type of niggas.
Oh, he just kept a straight face.
This a very polite, disrespectful ass nigga.
Yeah.
He dump you after 11 years and say,
Yeah.
this would be wrong if I let her be alone.
you should have took the check. What
You
was the
should
check
have.
he wrote?
He was just like
$300,000. Ooh, he's the worst. He's the worst. That's
He's
the
horrible.
worst.
The way she looked at him when he pulled up and dropped the kids off, I
Oh,
felt bad for
man.
him.
Yeah.
His face, he plays a villain, but he has a nice guy nigga persona.
Yeah.
Leon looks like the sleazebag nigga.
Leon
that could do
looks
chicks
like a
wrong.
sleazebag.
He looks like the
Leon-
nigga that you would get saved by.
Leon
And Michael Beach
looks
is
like
just-
like walking chlamydia, right? Like he just looks like he's just
Damn.
dirty dick and
STD Russell.
all
nigga.
of Phoenix.
And his name is Russell. Right? Russell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Would you throw away all your man stuff and burn this shit in a BMW?
Let me tell you why this is so iconic. Because I don't know. Actually, I don't think I'm not that type. I ain't even. First of all, I ain't had no relation in the past that ever then got to blows like this. I guess I don't have that much at stake.
Right.
You know. But after watching her do it, I don't know. Because and knowing what Left Eye did as well. I don't know if a nigga, I don't know, because I ain't never had a man treat me how John treated her either.
That's
because
crazy.
you're talking about years of your life being somebody's bookkeeper, doing accounting for somebody. She want to be a caterer and some other
and
shit.
he talked her out of it,
and
though.
he talked her out of
Maybe
it.
next year.
He wouldn't let
Maybe
her
next year.
do
In a
it.
couple years.
You know what I'm saying? So after all that, I can't put myself in that type of rage because I don't know. I just
could
might.
100% do that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm
I
kind
could
of like
100% do
I
that
can see
shit.
myself doing it. It looked
200%.
fun. It looked fun.
I have to.
It looked fun.
I've got to, like,
This is what
I've
I
had a
felt.
conversation with my wife about this, right? Like, you know, and me and my wife talk about, you know, being faithful and
praise God.
well, absolutely. But and one of the things, like, I have told my wife is I was like, listen, like, if you ever cheated on me, I don't know what happened with me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because
you telling her ahead of time,
That's
I don't know
kinda
what happened.
scary. That's kind of scary.
because what I've explained to her is I was like, listen, man, like, you and this marriage and this family is everything. The pillars that hold me up as a human being are this relationship. And if these pillars were sideswiped because of that action, I don't know how this shit
Everybody
is going to
going
crumble.
down.
And that's what happened to her.
That's
what I mean?
Like, no, for sure.
He pulled,
he
nigga,
did.
he chopped her legs up from under her and
really
expected her
did.
to walk still.
This was her life. She sacrificed. She believed.
She did.
This was
Oh, no.
everything
She
for
said
her.
that he told her after 51 times of having sex that he was counting. Because she said
Yeah.
732.
Yeah.
That's how many times
That
he
nigga's
had
weird.
sex. No,
Yeah.
that nigga, she called him a serial killer. She was like,
said
ain't no
nigga's
serial killer
serial
more
killer.
anal than you. Like,
Yeah.
because he had all the same shoes.
Same shoes. He had like probably 15
pair of the
same
same
shoes.
shoes. So I think if you fucking with a serial killer for so long,
You go crazy too.
You go
And
crazy
she was doing
too.
shit that she knew would hurt him. But
Absolutely.
I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck did she burn his car, all
So
them
close to the
expensive
house.
ass clothes and watches and shit,
She should've
and then
sold it.
complain about bread after that?
No, she should have sold it. I said that from the
Sell
beginning.
all that shit.
I said it.
And
But
then
what
she
she did,
sold the skis and
she
everything.
sold it for $1.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on now.
No,
Come
that's
on,
one of
Angela.
the flaws in the movie.
Bernie.
But it makes good for cinematic value, but I think practical plot holes, yes, you should just sell the shit and get the money, and then like Blue Cantrell said, you know what I'm saying, just you know what I mean.
But I mean,
that's not realistic because she was like, well, I don't need his money, I don't need all this shit. I'm gonna sell all his shit that's worth a whole lot of money.
She showed skis
and then it was
for
like he don't leave me with the house only.
Yeah,
like no, you could.
But he had a lot of shit though. He ain't shit.
He had a gang of stuff.
He had a gang of shit, a gang of money.
You see it on Instagram, like girls, burning their man's Jordans.
I have never seen that.
You never seen that?
I've never seen somebody. I saw them white people burn Kaepernick shit when he was kneeling.
No, we talking about girlfriends.
I never saw girlfriends.
Like girlfriends still throw like a man shit off the balcony over the window. They still destroy his PlayStation 5
or his
Xbox. My girl broke
my PlayStation.
So when a woman's fed up,
when a woman's fed up,
I'm gonna get the money for it. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I don't see me just destroying property, but I don't get when people get mad in their own room and start punching. Like that happens in movies too.
That
people
shit
like,
goofy.
yeah,
I ain't
like
never been that mad to where I'm gonna break my shit.
Yeah, because then you gotta clean it up. I'm never. And then she also the car was too close to the house. She just pulled it out a little bit and set it on fire. And I'm like, you're in Arizona, bitch. That shit could easily set on fire. So that was kind of a.
But again, even if it doesn't make sense, and to me it makes total sense, but Angela Bassett acted her ass
she killed
off.
it. There's no other person that could do it in the entire world.
Her ass.
No other person.
I felt every bit of anger, and frustration. She was smoking them cigarettes angrily.
Killed it.
She, cut off her hair. She grabbed the shears.
She
and
did.
Said, I'll cut it myself.
She did. She did cut her hair off.
She was.
Hey, what I didn't like about Bernie,
beastly.
You can't be mad at your husband for leaving you for another woman when you became the other woman to the football player nigga that retired that played.
Oh yeah, she was fucking somebody else's husband.
But Gloria was like, "Hey,
hurt people help people. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people."
Yeah,
there were no rules
at that point, I stopped feeling sorry for her.
Now that's okay. Now wait a minute.
Yep.
No, because again, hurt people hurt people. So this is years of some shit. She fucked the nigga, and then she stopped fucking the nigga. She was like, I did it one time. When she even said it, she was like, I fooled with him one time, and I whatever. Okay, people you ain't gotta stop feeling sorry for this bitch just because she fooled with the nigga one time.
Savannah too.
And this is the problem. Women can
Savannah
do some
was
shit,
the other woman.
Savannah
and you just give them a little, and you're like, oh no, okay.
How dare you get mad at this nigga for bringing a chick to the party when you a whole mistress to another nigga?
That's why she just left.
She left. She couldn't even get mad. That's what I'm saying.
That's why she just left. But
she wasn't shit either.
But you shouldn't have stopped. I've still felt my compassion for Bernadine's character because again, she stepped out that one time, but she even still gained her composure. It ain't like she just went reckless and was like, I'm gonna be a hoe in the street. She fucked the nigga one time who was coming on her. It ain't like she fucked the nigga, but she raped him. You know what I mean? Forgive me for using the R word, but they consensually whatever. Yeah, So I think you can't lose people.
I don't know, man.
Who was worse, Michael Beach or Dennis Haysbert? Who was like, if we had to say who's the worst?
Which one was Dennis Haysbert?
Oh, Dennis Haysbert is Savannah's. It's Savannah's.
He was the worst. He was the worst.
Whoa. Hold on.
He was the worst.
Michael Beach wasn't worse?
Both of them equally worse. Equally
Not
bad.
equally. You gotta
Yeah, no, they bad.
No. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. That nigga wasn't leaving his wife. He was getting some ass on the side. Savannah was a flip to him.
Right.
He wasn't leaving his wife. He kept his home. He kept his wife.
So Michael
intact.
Beach is worse because he left his wife.
That's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying.
Yeah, you're right.
The son didn't even respect him after that. He walked right off.
He did. He definitely did.
So
he knew what was up.
Now, don't get it twisted. What the hell was his name? Like you said, Dennis Haysbert, Kenneth. Kenneth had a whole wife that he loved, had a daughter too. And he didn't want to
he didn't want to leave
his woman,
and he was lying to Savannah. So
they were lying to her because she was lying to herself too.
She was, but he was saying, I got to do this, but she overheard him on the phone, so that he was leading her on too, like saying, "I'm really gonna leave her."
But a woman of her understanding and stature and intelligence should know if a nigga whoever tells you I'm about to leave my wife ain't leaving his wife.
That's true, but her mom, she don't know no better. Her mama telling her.
Right. Well, she wasn't raised right.
She wasn't raised right because her own mama was telling her go back to this man. He called me crying. She was way nice. Savannah's way nicer than a lot of women would have been in that situation.
But Savannah wasn't shit off top. before we knew that she was a side chick, she was already anticipating being a side chick at the little the New Year's Eve party.
She
signed up to be a side
But she's kind of like,
I'm gonna take your man.
But she kind of like that scorn female fatale too, because
everybody got their reasons why.
No, they do got their reasons. You're true.
And so like Gloria, I love Gloria. That's my nigga right there.
Yeah,
that's the one you need to be with. Out of all four of the women,
is Gloria.
Robin was an idiot.
Now, Gloria had a gay nigga and didn't even know he was gay.
Okay.
So Gloria's got her faults as well.
She do too.
Because I'm judging.
There's a lot of women in Atlanta that
respectfully to all
that
of
have
the
a glorious
life. I'm just saying.
And women be like, especially black girls, black women be loving gay dudes. Y'all be not you.
But I see what you're saying with that, but I'm out. Yes and no.
But that's where the whole concept of guys on the down low comes from. It comes from the fact that like all appearances are this is a heterosexual man, and then he's doing some shit on the down low. So I don't hold it against her that like
down low
that she did not know. You know, like there's some men that are like heterosexual but just aren't intimate. Like they just have like very low sex drive, right? Like, but they're still heterosexual. They're still, like women. They just
where do they be at?
I don't hurt her. Put her at fault for not knowing.
Sure. Yeah, I mean exactly. You trying to
except when you look at Giancarlo, it's obvious he's
this
gay.
This is your ex-husband. So I just
So I mean. We got to do a part 2.
We do.
And a part 3.
We do.
But
I think 2 is solid.
Yeah.
I still want to talk about Troy.
Because it's new one. Yeah, because it's a lot. It's a different. I still want to talk
about the son, Gloria's son.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, not we got to go. We got to dip. But I mean, like, just the things that she was battling with. Her battle was with her and her son.
Yeah.
Of course, and not letting go and meeting this new guy in her life. And she almost fucked it off.
She almost did, but she almost fucked it
off.
Stripped it off.
You know what I'm saying? Like the other girls, like when it's all said and done, nobody won.
Yeah.
I think that
nobody won.
I think except Gloria.
Gloria won.
Yeah, Bernie didn't win. And Bernie deserved to win. She didn't deserve to win because she smashed the nigga.
Right.
Who didn't?
Bernie.
Let it go.
I ain't letting it go.
So you mean to tell me you leave me after 11 years and I smash one nigga that we equal?
Yeah. No, not equal. You just ain't as shitty as that nigga.
But
you still
smear. Come on.
Your man leaves you for a woman, and you become, for the time being,
again, hurt people. Abuse people usually do the abuse.
Yeah.
So people who didn't get hit ain't the ones hitting. It's people who got hit that's doing the hitting. I'm not gonna stall
you just because you was abused. Hey man, well, no, I was cheated on, so I cheated with somebody else.
That's exactly the psychology behind that, though.
I understand that. It still don't remove all. It don't remove the guilt. I'm not excusing you.
So I feel like
I can't excuse you.
Savannah, by the time we get to the end of the movie, I feel like Savannah ain't learned her lesson.
Facts.
I think she's just not fucking with him no more. She's not fucking with Kim no more.
I disagree. Savannah,
but I don't think she learned
her lesson completely. She told her mama off. She said, I'm going to do what's good for me. I'm not going to be no ancient bitch. She told the nigga, I'm an asshole, but the difference between us is I learned from my ways and I'm going to stop. She completely made a 180.
I still think...
Well, we don't know yet.
I still think Savannah could
get played. You got to see Whitney Excel too.
No, they said they ain't going to do it though.
Of course they're not. They should have did it before.
They should have, but
I feel like Savannah can still get played.
Right.
Like I feel like...
It left off on a good note,
I think they
though.
should still fuck a nigga man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the movie did its best of trying to show she switched it up. Lela Rochon switched it up too. Now Bernadine is one of the people we don't fucking know. We don't know what she don't go do.
I think Lela got knocked up.
Right.
But I don't think she
didn't win.
Yeah. I don't think she won.
She about to raise her kid in Arizona.
Yeah. I just noticed too watching the movie last night that she is pregnant in the end scene. I never noticed that my whole life. I never realized she's got the baby bump. Yeah, I never realized.
She's reading what to expect.
No, but like in the end when they do the fire, you know, New Year's Eve again. I never realized she's got like the big. She's with child.
Goofbag shit.
Yeah. So she ain't. I don't think she's learned her lesson.
And the daddy is a weirdo.
She gonna meet another nigga. She fine. She gonna get another nigga. He gonna be the daddy. It's fine.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Why? Absolutely. Why?
People do it every time.
In Phoenix
now she's just now.
And shout out to Lela Rochon because oh my goodness, what a full circle moment because her life was in public and all that with her situation. But shout out to her.
She lost at the end.
Phoenix, she lost.
Savannah lost. Bernie lost.
I feel like Bernie won.
Well,
they just had each other.
I think but and I think she might be. I don't 100% cast her away because she was a mistress for the night.
Rather not.
Cause I think that her and Wesley get together.
Yeah, and they
eventually.
redeemed. It's all about what. It's
And
always about the
her
bounce
people do
back.
hurt people. I'm joking, but I know her people do hurt.
You know, and when you do some fucked up shit, it's really about what you say after you do the fucked up shit.
Gloria won.
Okay,
Gloria
let's
won.
do some awards real quick.
Let's get them.
Let's get to a couple of awards.
All right.
You're gonna have to come back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we're gonna have to.
We need you back.
Do this in parts.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go MVP. All right, who's your MVP of Waiting to Exhale? It could be
Y'all
by
go first.
performance, actor, impact.
You already know who my MVP is.
Who's your MVP?
Who your MVP? Gloria, we do know your MVP. You've said it several times. I think it's a solid choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
My MVP, I'm going Bernadine. I'm going Angela Bassett.
That's a solid choice, I think. Because she got the money, she good, she whatever, she got the new cut. Yeah.
I think the movie is her energy.
I don't know. I can't even pick one because I love them all the way it ends except I guess with Lela Rochon Baby, but I'm stuck between Loretta Devine's character and Whitney Houston because I just feel like her story she can do the most.
Thotty Houston.
She can do the most. But Savannah can do the most. But I like Gloria. That's a safe choice, and I'm with that.
Gloria won.
She did win. Because she got the nigga at the end of the day. If we're going by what the movie was saying you need to get, Gloria actually has the neighbor man.
She catered. She coddled her son, but he was a good young man.
He was a good guy. He's gone. She finna nest up with the new nigga.
And she got a nigga that saw the value in her.
Everything he do value her. So she won. Yeah,
and she almost fucked it off like her homegirls did.
She did, but she came back.
She came back and realized it, and she ended up with a nigga at the end, and she's the only one to exhale at the end of the movie.
Well, they all exhaled, but she's the one that exhaled in real life. Yeah.
Like, you know, future, she's gonna be breathing good.
Yeah.
Because part 2 for them, it's gonna be called. Waiting to Exhale is the first movie. Part 2 would have been called. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be me. Okay.
That would have been part 2.
What was you gonna say?
Your least valuable player
out of the women, or just everybody?
Out of everybody in the movie, who is the least impactful? We could have totally done without this character.
Oh, least impactful, or one we just dislike the most?
Dislike the most, least impactful. You can find it within yourself.
Okay. You go first this time.
I like the mama the least. I'm so sorry. Savannah's mama.
Don't be sorry.
Savannah's mama, because she was, and I know why she's doing it at the end, but she was so wrong. Everybody's
100%.
being wrong for their own individual reasons, but it's like she pushing the wrong on somebody else.
Right.
Now, nigga cheating is one thing, but you telling me to be with a cheating nigga is another thing.
Right.
So the whole movie, the mama just kept, that's, you know.
But so basically the least impactful is different from the least liked.
The least liked. That's what I was asking.
I think
she's really the least impactful
because she is the reason why Savannah is how she is.
That's true.
Her moral compass is a little skewed because of her mom.
You know what? To be honest, the least impactful. I can't decide. I mean,
I think you got to stick with the mom because everybody else, as small as the roles they had, everybody I thought was super strong and they needed to be there.
Could we do without the coworker or even Leon got her pregnant?
No.
But could we do without Russell?
I was thinking about Russell because I was going to my answer, but while we were talking, I said no, Russell not because Russell is the quintessential nigga that a lot of these chicks can't get rid of. He's the nigga you don't need in your life, but you still call him up, and his character.
But that was also State Farm. I'm sorry, what's the man?
State Farm. You someone? No, exactly.
What's his name?
Dennis
Kenneth.
Kenneth. Yeah.
Kenneth.
So it's Kenneth though.
Right,
so
but
we don't need two of them.
Oh no, she left him alone. Moms gave her his number. Moms told her how to get to her.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. So she was already done. Mom was toxic as hell.
Hell yes.
Thought she was helping, but that's even more reason why she's toxic because she don't even know that.
Because she don't even know, and that's why the movie's sad too.
I'm with you that like a case could be made for Leon being
it
because Lela Rochon's character was already making.
She was with other niggas that wasn't ain't shit. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, with Mike and Troy.
And Troy. So so we didn't need another poor decision.
Absolutely.
But it's Leon, so I get it.
It's Leon.
I think like the movie didn't have to have Giancarlo Esposito, the gay dad.
Agreed, 100% agreed.
Well,
that's actually just the dagger. That's a great.
Yeah.
He wins. That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Because I wasn't trying to finesse this one, but she needed to be there. The white woman that Michael B. That John left her for.
Mhm.
We only saw her
Absolutely.
once, but she's very significant because that's why he left.
Mhm.
That started
she had to be there.
She had to be there. So
Yeah.
yeah, but the gay husband
Yeah,
didn't
that's
have
just
to be
a
there
dagger
because
for
he
no
could have
reason.
easily
Storyline.
been
Yeah.
just a single mother,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
her son is upset that his father is never around.
Absolutely.
We never had to meet him.
We
Right.
never had to meet him.
So-
and then she's the portly woman too. So it's like, oh, she got to be with
Yeah.
it did not have to.
It was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. I was
Nah,
like,
but Gloria had it. Gloria was the one.
she
Last
did. She
thing-
come my MVP.
Before we get into the rankings, 2022 recast.
Ooh.
How would you recast Waiting to Exhale today?
And we've done this before. It's not necessarily a new actress right now. It's about does it have to be a
I'm putting
Lela
myself
Rochon
in it.
of today?
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
I'm putting myself in
you would be.
Who would I be?
Here's the thing.
Who would I be?
Hold on.
You tell me, because I already know who I want to be, but you tell me
Bernadine.
No.
I'll do Bernadine.
I think she would either be. I think she'd be Savannah.
I think so too.
Savannah.
But I would,
Because
I would do
Bernadine,
Bernadine. Yeah, she was
Bernadine.
She's so strong. She got
She's-
like
she's-
Bernadine.
Oh, for
energy.
sure.
sure, but
But
she was
here's
a
the
little more
thing.
mature as well. I think I would kill the
and
Savannah.
your southern makes you feel like a mother, but you're not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you would be Savannah. I believe you. I would cast you as Savannah. I would cast but you could be definitely could have been Bernie as far as
I would absolutely
saying?
set some shit on fire
But,
or be distraught because that's
Right.
what she had to be. Yeah,
right.
sure.
But definitely Savannah.
Who's Gloria?
I would
Gloria.
Natasha Rothwell
Love it.
from Insecure.
Love it. I mean,
Which one is that? That's Kelly.
she's Kelly, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Kelly-
you know,
Kelly
just
from
put another
Insecure.
thick girl in there. But it don't have to be. She don't have to be thick though. She could be
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
She
yeah.
could be. Kelly could do it. I mean, Natasha could do it. I love it.
Okay. I like her. I do.
I
like her.
love it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not offended.
I would do Yara Shahidi as Robin. That's Lela Rochon, right?
She a little young for me. I think.
I mean, because if I'm thinking about casting it, what I'm thinking about is I'm thinking about the Insecure ecosystem, right?
Uh-huh.
Like a movie that would hit
Yara
now.
Shahidi, who's
like,
that?
Yara Shahidi is from Blackish. The
From
girl, the
Blackish.
little girl. She
Oh.
ain't grownish.
Grownish.
I feel like she's just under the
Yeah,
demographic.
just-
She's
I
right.
haven't seen her chops yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
she
can't really
gives me-
see her chops in Blackish. Blackish is cornball.
True, but Grownish, she's
saying?
great, but she gives because of Grownish, she's still in that like
College girl.
Yes, not that I don't
Zendaya.
want to do. Yeah, but I
That
like Zendaya.
Zendaya
I wouldn't
range.
put Zendaya in the
'Cause
final
I-
version of this. I would put
no.
yeah.
Because even
but
Lela
I love
Rochon,
them.
Lela Rochon, I think is the younger woman out of them. I think
Could
she's.
Keke Palmer
I
do it?
think she's but not Lela Rochon. I don't.
No?
I see.
I don't know who
Kiki
I don't know
Palmer?
who Kiki. I
But
wouldn't.
then
I wouldn't
Because
Okay.
ask Kiki.
Kiki's beautiful, but
She
Kiki isn't Lela Rochon.
that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Could you
And I'm saying so.
could you cast Yvonne Orji as Bernadine?
Sure,
Yvonne
take it.
Orji?
As Bernadine?
I'm not upset at it.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
Now give Bernadine like Gabrielle Dennis,
Okay, something like that.
but I'll give it to
Huh?
who did you just say?
Yvonne
said
Orji?
Yvonne
Yvonne
Georgia.
Orji?
She can have it too. She can have it.
Yvonne, I don't see Yvonne as
As Bernadine. She's
I gotta
giving
see
me-
her. I gotta see her in more stuff, and I gotta see her in because Bernadine. Let's go back to that
This is good.
scene,
That
that
scene.
car scene. You said can't nobody else do that in the
Can't
world
nobody-
in
nobody.
'95. You know
Nobody.
what I'm saying? So imagine now who's the stronghold actress in here? Like, I like Journey.
Okay. It could go a different way.
I can see,
it could be Journey.
And now
Journey
she's
Smollett.
older. She's older. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
she's a lot of strife. She's always crying and things.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she can get very intense. And
She's always intense.
she is.
I'll
She's
throw
got
another
the-
one for you. Yvette Nicole Brown
Oh, yeah.
for Gloria.
I love her. I love her.
Ooh.
She was in Community.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
That could work.
It could.
Uh-huh.
What
Yes.
about some of the guys?
Oh my gosh.
Who's the new Leon?
The new Leon. The new Leon.
Just
New
put a
Leon
nigga
is
there.
the
It don't
old-
even
is
matter.
the
Just
old
put a
Leon.
nigga there.
No, but Leon was
Literally,
specifically.
just put a nigga there.
Leon was specifically the no gooder nigga.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You could recast Leon and it still would work.
You could. You could put Leon in
he's
there.
good too.
You could.
You
He
could
did. Great.
it'd be
He
the
did.
it still would work.
Who?
Who's the slime ball? Who?
The slime ball right now would be. Damn. What's the
One of
actors
these
out
young
there?
guys on this. Do that Yaya guy.
Oh,
Yaya.
boom.
Oh,
Boom.
I
Yes,
might be
you
saying
talking
his
Yaya
name.
Mateen.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
the nigga, yeah.
He plays a good leading man. Like I can see
I
him in
can see
Wesley's role.
I can see.
Sure.
I can see him do Wesley.
Throw him in there.
Yeah,
Throw him in
I
there.
would have him play Wesley.
Anthony Mackie could be one of these dudes.
Anthony Mackie would be you raggedy bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can see him playing Troy for sure.
He threw an orange
Anthony
at her.
Mackie could totally play Troy.
He threw a whole
And the
orange
thing is,
at
he
her.
decided not to at first.
And he still
did it.
He
Like,
did.
I mean,
And she hit him.
He got
He
to think,
missed her, but she hit him.
Yeah.
What about Wrote to Me from Power?
Oh, he could be a bad guy.
Playing
He
Leon.
would play Leon.
Could
I
play
can
He
see
could be a
Leon.
bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that, what's Ghost's name? Ghost could be a bad guy.
And Amari.
Hardwick. He could be a bad
He's
guy.
already
I
playing.
can see.
I'm not leaving my wife role.
He played Kenneth.
He's
in
playing
Power.
Michael Beach. That's Michael. No,
Michael
he's
Beach.
playing Michael
He's
Beach.
playing Michael Beach.
He's leading
Oh,
the
he's a
wife
great
for the
Michael
wife.
Beach.
He's doing
Yes.
it.
Because he's a slime ball too.
Sorry, Omar Hardwick. We just joking.
No, but
yes,
Ghost did basically those.
he absolutely
like,
did the exact same thing.
Did both of those
The only
things.
difference is you ain't throwing no drink in his face. That nigga's a killer.
Yeah.
He'll get you killed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Time
Okay.
for the fist.
The fist,
All
man.
right. So we gonna give Waiting to Exhale fist. 5 fists says this is an all-time classic. 5 black fists is this is all-time classic. A 1 fist is like this is just a good, decent, glad it got made black movie. How
One fist wouldn't be that. A one fist would be like, I guess they made it.
I guess they made it.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
they shouldn't have, or
One
I
is
guess
like-
they made it, or why did they do this?
Yeah, one fist is like,
Okay. Okay. Like
okay.
1 fist feels like okay.
Okay,
Right.
I get it.
Okay.
And we just base this on everything for the culture,
Mhm.
for the time
Yeah.
it was made, because
Oh, yeah.
we putting time into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'll
Impacts.
give it. I'll give it. It's 95, so we got to keep it in that
So you-
context.
So you are giving it a what? How many fists?
How many fists are you giving
I'll
this
give
movie?
it 4 to 5. I'd give it 5. I
Hey,
feel like
man.
this is an iconic because of the actors, actresses. I would give it 5.
That's 5
Now
for me.
that's
Yeah.
the context again. And we talking about what's going on in it, different, but just for when it was made and what's about. I give it
But
5.
even today, I honestly think if 2022 came out with a movie called Waiting to Exhale,
Mhm.
starring what's her name? What's her baby girl name? Tessa Thompson
Mhm.
as Bernadine.
Mhm.
Mhm.
There was probably some outrage
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why?
because it's Tessa Thompson and it's Angela Bassett at first and making her it'd probably be a little issue with that.
Why do you think so?
I don't know.
You don't think that people will accept her
Complexion
as
games.
Probably. It'd probably be it depends on the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
Depending on the rest of the cast. So I'll take that back. Depending
Yeah.
on who everybody is. But I'm with that. It would be 5 fists. That's
but
what
yeah,
you're
you
saying.
make somebody Jada. Angela Bassett ain't dark. She's
No, but
That's a chocolate boy.
she's a good caramel. But
She's
it's
a
okay. Either
caramel,
way,
yeah.
to what you're saying, 5 fists regardless. If they made it again, you would give it 5
I don't look at
fists.
Tessa Thompson as she's a light skinned. She's beautiful, but I don't
She's a
think
lighter shade.
she's very
lighter
light
shade of
skinned.
brown.
She's very fair skinned.
Yeah.
But I don't think she is like the
You wouldn't call her light
the
skin.
light. No, I would because she's very light. Her complexion is very light, but I don't think that's what she's not getting. I don't look at her and be like, oh, that's a light skinned
Okay, I got you.
baddie or nothing like that. She's there
Okay.
because she's light skinned. I think she's there because she's strong.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
you don't think she's strong? You don't think
I
Tessa's
do
strong?
think she's strong, but I don't know. I do think she's strong, and I love her.
Mhm.
I love
Okay.
her.
But okay.
But I
I
think
say like, some people like Paula Patton, she's there.
now that
That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
I wouldn't do that. I would not put them on the same. Yeah,
And that's
absolutely.
what I'm saying.
Sure.
I mean,
Okay.
so
So you did how many fists?
5.
Yeah.
I
That 5.
5 early. 5 easy fast.
What do you think?
Come
Give it to
on,
him.
Tom.
I'm
Come
with
on,
it.
Tom.
I'm with it because somebody need to do it because we
Nah,
fiving it
you
out.
can't.
But somebody gotta.
They about
be
to knock you back again, bro.
Let me. First
No,
Of all,
okay.
first of
Only
all,
if you.
You got to have another
Only if you
Marseille
set
on your
him
ass.
up. No.
don't give me no PTSD.
No.
This is a 5 fist
Yes, sir.
movie. It's a 5 fist movie for everything you guys have said. It's an iconic cast. I think the performances are
The
memorable,
performances are beautiful.
Yes.
right?
So beautiful.
Thematically,
Beautiful.
everything is still what single women are dealing
Storytelling.
with the whole time.
Uh-huh.
It makes you
Music.
ask questions.
It does.
The soundtrack was
Yeah,
dope.
Critical
We didn't
thinking.
even talk about the soundtrack.
No, we did. That's
Yeah.
why we got to do a part. We might have to do a part 2 because this one
Absolutely.
it's a game changer.
Right.
It's a moment.
We'll be
This-
back.
This one is a 5 fist. It's a classic.
Facts.
All-time
Facts
classic.
Wells.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man.
Dang.
We got a lot more to talk about.
You
to be
really
honest with you.
do.
So we most likely
We
gonna come
really
back.
do.
Just
Y'all are
understand,
great.
we're probably gonna do this some more
Mhm.
with Waiting to Exhale. Thank you so much, Sister Howell,
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Marshayla, Marsheezy, all
Hey,
that.
hey, I
We
feel
had a
blessed.
ball, and I love your insight. I love your perception.
Don't play no games around this woman.
Oh, no,
Hey.
no. Hey, yeah.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
if you're gonna make a point,
But-
make a point.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, make
Yes,
it make
make
sense.
sense.
Okay. And
Uh-huh.
you still have time. You can say, we can take that. You don't have to, you can be like, you know what? But you kind of did. You're like, I didn't mean this thing per se. I'm saying
Yeah.
this. So
For sure.
But
No,
yes,
but I think
I'm with you. I'm with
everything
you.
you said about black creators and black storytellers, and I think it was solid, man. Like, you know, the perspective, the energy, the passion. I'm exhausted just for being like, I don't want to say anything stupid.
Well, you should,
No, man, you gotta
something
still
to take
speak your
with
mind.
you, though. No.
Still gotta speak that mind.
Speak your
Yeah,
mind, but
nah,
I
it was
think
good.
we all
It was
should
good.
we pause
Yes,
a little
sir.
bit. We're
Yeah.
on social media a lot. We do things fast. I think everybody, even
Mhm.
myself included, can pause first to be like, do I want to say that or whatever? So I appreciate it. Y'all are
Yeah.
great. This is great.
I want you
appreciate
back
it.
for all.
This is great. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All the movies.
I'll be
Yes,
watching
indeed.
them. Okay.
All the
Hey,
movies.
man, for sure. You be watching them.
Y'all gotta save
What'd you say earlier?
What's your
Hollywood
one?
Shuffle.
Whoa. Now, here's the thing.
Maybe not, because I don't want to say nothing to give me. Let me not come on.
What's
the
your
thing?
wish list? What's your movie wish list?
Hold on, off camera.
Off camera? Okay,
Off camera.
You got it.
I got a lot though. It don't matter because
Yeah.
I watch it
That's
all
what
with
I'm
critical
saying.
eye. It don't even
Because you
matter
said
what it
something
is.
earlier. I was like, yeah, we're going to definitely have you for that one. I forgot what it was, though.
I forgot
But
too.
it'll come back.
Meteor
real-
Man.
Meteor Man. Meteor
I
Man.
watched that all of
Nah.
that later on in life too, so it's great. It's great.
Meteor Man.
You saw it later on.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah, because it came out before I was.
She's young. She's.
I wasn't even born. Oh, was I? 89.
I watched
wasn't
Meteor
even
Man
born yet,
in the
89.
theater.
Did you?
As a little nigga. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
I watched Meteor Man like every day for a summer.
The Golden Lord. I wanted to be a Golden Lord.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
my gosh,
we'll go
boy.
back to it. We'll go back
I
to
wanted
it.
to dye my hair. My mom said, I will beat your ass.
You actually told me this story,
Oh
I
my
think.
gosh.
You actually
Me and the
said
homies, I shaved my head bald when
Mhm.
Honest came out. Mom was not happy about that. When Crisscross came, I came with my shirt, my clothes backwards and all that.
I did
When the
that.
Golden Lords came out, my mom said, I wish you would. Put
I did
some
that.
put some peroxide in your hair. Anyhow,
You know,
that's the show, y'all.
so
Hey
fun.
man, BlackBusters, Waiting to Exhale. We had a great time. Thank you, Sister Hal, for showing up and tapping in.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, indeed. I am your host, Big Ja, along with my co-host,
Big Tone.
Big Tone. And this is our episode. Catch us next time. Love life. All right, be good or be good at it. To the max. Pew.
BlackBusters.